All right, I believe our Sports Network. We are live out here at Kia of Anderson. Such a time as this. It's game day.
It's game day.
Favorite. It's Christmas. Clemson Christmas.
And we got second Christmas? I thought Christmas was last week.
Yeah, well, we have it every week.
Okay. I just checked.
We even got Santa Claus here, and that's a true story. He's going to get on later. Santa Claus is out here at Kia. We got Santa in September. So we got a lot to talk about. And so anyways, let me just mention a couple of sponsors before we come on board. Kia of Anderson, 1581, Highway 76, Pendleton, basically.
As you go to Clemson.
In Anderson County, as you go into Clemson, it'll be on the left-hand side. They're going to come on here in a little bit and talk a little bit about their cars and what they got going on, and we're going to get them on camera. We're going to Golden Gate, Clemson. After this, we're going to do a live show out there. Thomas Snead, family has the property out there, came up with a great idea. They came on board as a sponsor. Parking, $25. Ride with Tiger Town Transport.
So they'll take you. So they're
going to take you to the game and back.
And back.
And it's out there in the country, 6 miles. But I mean, the whole thing with parking is it's parking. And if you got to ride back and forth, they're good to go. So $25 of space, you can't beat that. I mean, you're probably going to have a real hard time finding parking in Clemson if you ain't got one by now. If you don't have to pay space. Plus, the prices are a lot higher. And
but
so we're going to be out there.
For that's not bad.
Yeah, so we're going to be out there. Good. We're going to do a show. We're going to be out there every Saturday at home, actually. Yeah. And we're going to tailgate. And I think Santa Claus is going to come out there during November and it's going to get him an orange suit. Huh? Yeah, Santa Claus, come on board.
I'm going to roll on out.
He's not shy. Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas to all my Clemson fans.
Merry Clemson.
So I'm up here on vacation and just decided I'd come check out what Clemson's all about. Met Mike and Josh, and Rudolph's in the back with his red nose, but we're going to change the nose to orange. This year, when Rudolph comes to your house, he'll have an orange nose, mark my words. All right?
I'm with you.
And check him out. We're sharing his other business, Team Goals. He's got a goal post.
I got one of my elves came up with a good idea to instead of having the flagpoles flying on the window and you see Mike or Josh and you roll down your window and they go flying off to the side, we've got a better product. It's actually authentic color. It's actually made to scale the same as a goal post, and instead of having a flag on the top to let the kicker know which way the wind's blowing, we got Clemson flags hanging up there. So as you're going to tailgate, you can take them off. Children can be playing while we're out here tailgating, having a good time.
Yeah.
The children can be out here playing field goals or doing whatever. So it's a multi-family use. It's a great product. They're going off the shelf, so you better get one first.
Super lightweight.
Oh, yeah. They're Mike, you were out there. How much do you think they weigh?
If 5 pounds.
5 pounds max. How easy access is it to take on and off?
Easy. 2 pins?
Yeah, you put them into your hitch. If you got a 2-inch hitch like you normally haul for your boat and your trailer and everything else, you just take it, it slides right in, put the pin. It's easy. It's work.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
nice.
Christmas, we might offer a special.
There you go.
We're going to have us a Christmas special.
See, that'd be Clemson season, so there you go.
Yeah, because, when we make the playoffs and everything else, what better gift than a goal post?
There you go.
Support our team. We appreciate it. Well, I'm going to leave y'all back. I got to go check on Rudolph back here. He doesn't understand changing the color of his nose, but we'll get him. Y'all be good. Go Tigers. We got App State. It's going to be changed. I can't tell you what APP stands for. It's not Appalachian. It's probably like all people's whatever. I don't even have a clue. But the Tigers going to pull it out by 23 today.
I agree. All right. Appreciate it, man.
Good deal.
Good seeing y'all.
Good seeing you, too.
Absolutely.
All right. So a couple more sponsors came on board. Imagine Studios. And Chris, actually, the guy that owns this company, him and his wife, over in Greer, Imagine Studios, they actually, both his dad and him were in the Tiger Band. And good seeing y'all. Thank you for coming on. They're in the Tiger Band, but they actually travel with the team. They're on the field, and they take all the pictures for the Tiger Band.
What is Imagine Studios?
Well, they do all the pictures for the Tiger Band, but he also has got a logo business. He's got a logo. Watch out, the thing roll. He's got a logo business. He does weddings. He does portraits. If you go to our website, obleteorangeclub.com, click on the Imagine Studios, it's going to go to their website. It's got all their information, contact information, stuff like that. So they came on board recently. Boneyard Cycles is coming back on board. I talked to him today, and I'm gonna meet him next week, and we're gonna figure out what game it is. I always want to say Jimador, but it's Jimador, El Jimador, Mexican restaurant. I'm not a big Mexican guy. I'll eat Mexican, but I'm not a big Mexican guy. This place has got me sold. Sink, Line, and Hooker. They've got a Philly cheesesteak burrito that is to die for. I've eaten it 5 times in a row in like 2 weeks.
Well, there you
It's
go.
huge. You don't leave there hungry. They're going to be doing the NC State game. They just opened one in Anderson. They had the grand opening Thursday. But they also got one at Clemson, so we're going to do the show down there. So a lot of stuff's happening with Lively Arts. We're growing like crazy. We brought on a new IT person, writer, photographer. I mean, we're kicking, we're popping, we're happening. We're not slowing down.
One
we're
thing
excited.
that we need y'all to do, we need everybody that is on I Bleed Orange to share your friends, share this site to your friends right now, to your Clemson friends. I mean, because we need to grow that.
Yeah, we're a 34K, 35K basically a week ago.
Just share it, and we appreciate your help.
And without getting into details, you don't have to.
No, we don't need to get into details, but
So anyway,
we do need your help.
We've gone from 0 to almost 1,000 on game day, 6 days. At that rate, will be 70,000 to keep us at that rate by Christmas. So that's growing. That's exciting. We're not being slowed down by any of that. So it's a night game. It's in the Valley. My favorite.
Yes,
I love night games.
8 o'clock game.
I love day games. A night game, something electric about it.
It is.
And so we're going to be there. And so let's talk a little bit about college football and what's going on. We'll do game day picks later. But, played number 1 team in the nation, the Georgia Bulldogs.
We
did. We this is what my take on it. We talked about it in the podcast. And basically, Dad always said this. Dad said a great defense, great offense win games, but a great defense win championships. Now, going to the Clemson-Georgia game, we held them to 6 points, halftime, right?
Yes.
So no touchdowns. Defense was playing good, but the issue with that is when the defense always seems to get tired before the offense does. So if
there's
Georgia,
a reason why the defense got tired.
Georgia was controlling the clock, time of possession.
Correct.
And then by the time we got the second half, I think our players just tired out and they took advantage of some long plays and some.
I'm not knocking away. I'm not taking anything away from Georgia, believe me. But the Clemson got very predictable, and that was a problem that I saw, and it was a fact that Clemson constantly, when you're a fan and you can predict what you're going to be doing, well, then the coaches who get paid a lot more money than we do get paid to do this. You can rest assured they're predicting you as well.
Yeah,
and that was the problem, and so it just became repetitive. Is the way I saw it.
Well, I think Rob said it best. Vanilla. It was bland. It was. You could actually.
Rob Spence or what?
Huh?
You referencing Rob Spence? Or
No, Rob that's on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Rob.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was bland. It was vanilla. Moffat didn't have. And I said key that
It's a
game.
joke because it actually referenced the old Rob Spence.
Yeah,
era as
and
well,
Moffat
so.
didn't actually. I think Moffat's key on an offense because if he can get 4, 5, 6 yards, starting out, it opens the door to a lot of different things. And
He was averaging 2.5.
Yeah, and you can't get on that, especially against Georgia.
And again, I'm not knocking Georgia. That's the truth. Georgia is a fantastic team. I respect it.
I'll just leave it at this.
I don't
Garrett
like
Riley
Georgia,
was the
but-
number 1 offensive coordinator for TCU
Yes.
about 2 years ago. He brought them on. And I just want to see a little bit more razzle dazzle, a little bit of jazz, a little mix it up. Do a flea flicker. Do something behind the back. Do something besides the down and out, run it up the middle.
What we've seen is, and by all means, step in if you need to, but what I've seen constantly is I've seen the bubble screen. And I'm
the bubble
sick and
screen.
tired of the bubble screen.
And they know it's
As
coming.
I said,
And as soon as he catches the ball, there are 3 defenders on him.
it's a reflection back into the Rob Spence era where that's all we did was bubble screens. And I'm like, there's got to be some more things other than the bubble screen scenario here. And and people are bitching about. I'm hearing people complain about Cade. And the truth is, he released the ball. Now the receivers didn't pull the balls in, but then he did have some situations there. Look, the truth is, Georgia covered it very well. Georgia did a great job of covering. In fact, there was several situations where he had to throw the ball away or he had to get rid of the ball or whatever he had to because he didn't have time. There was nobody. They were completely covered. That's great beat. I'm going to be fair about that. I'm going to be fair all the way.
Yeah.
But that being said, that is your job on the offensive as the coaches. That's your job to find a way to create that separation, and you have to do that. That's what it's all about.
We talked on the podcast, and Dabo said it this week, and he says it every week. I mean, that game's water on the bridge. We learn more from failure than victory.
We do. I agree with that.
Most important game. Let's talk about the game we got ahead of us. Is the Appalachian State game. Just a little bit of info on that. I mean, they come. We have a couple teams like them. We were talking about it this morning. They're going to get $1.25 million to come play us. But they have been called the Giant Killers. They beat Michigan back in 2017.
They sure did.
Michigan was ranked 5th. So, don't take this game for granted. What Dabo always says, you always got to concentrate on the game in 40 in front of you. You remember last year at the Duke game, we're already looking ahead, and then we go up to Duke and lose. And it went pretty. So it's a night game. It's going to be electric.
It's going to be a great crowd.
I think the offense is going to – I think they've corrected some stuff. I think the offense is going to correct.
Well,
I think they're going to do some different play calling.
Also, it's not the same defense. So it's not going to be the same defense. You're going to see some situations where they're going to open them up better. But that being said, I'm not discounting Appalachian State either. Because Appalachian State, as you said, they're a giant killer.
Yeah, they've done this before.
They're a good team.
Yeah, this is a game you can't look ahead.
They're not
you got to
a team.
concentrate
They're
on.
not a team to dismiss.
Clemson has not lost a night home game since 2011.
Yeah,
we play good at night. We play good at night.
We do.
We play good at home. The exciting thing is it's our first home game, technically.
Yes.
And we got all these people been chomping at the bit. We're finally going to go to Death Valley. Under the lights, it's going to be electric. And
it's going to be a fun crowd.
I mean, so we'll do those picks in a little bit. But I think what we need to do, we need to find Tyler Brown. We need to find Wesco. We need to find some of these guys that are playmakers. And we need
Brick, what's his name? Sophomore. And
I knew you're talking about.
Yeah, and we need to get him open too.
There were like 6 people that we did not connect during Georgia game.
Right.
They were out there actually on the field. So we got to go for that. We got to mix it up a little bit, and we got to
create the separation. Like I said, that's the thing about it. We have to create the separation. The one takeaway that I will give is the offensive line last week really looked good. Okay, where we were talking about the year before.
That's been improvement from last year.
Last year,
Matt Luke.
Matt Luke has done a great job. The offensive line really looked good.
That's where the games won. Games won at the line.
So say what you want to, but the offensive line really did their job.
Yeah.
And we can argue about some pity plays and stuff like that, but the offensive line really did it well.
Not discrediting Georgia.
Good.
Georgia is a good team.
I'm not discrediting.
And the thing is I think the defense just got tired at the end, and they found some kinks in the routes and stuff, and opened up some big plays.
I am going to make a comment there too. Second half.
Yes.
And if I'm being critical,
time possession's huge.
If I'm being a little critical here, I apologize up front. But I'm a diehard Clemson fan. My blood runneth orange. But here's the thing. What I noticed last week is I noticed that Clemson did not make the adjustments. Georgia did make the adjustments. Clemson did the same thing. They came out and they started repeating themselves over and over and over again. And I was like, there is no separation. We're constantly doing the same thing. And it's like, it got very frustrating to the fans because we're seeing the same thing over and over again. Hey, if it's not working, try something different.
Yeah.
I'm not saying replace your quarterback or whatever. I'm saying, but you got a playbook that's that thick. Well, if it's that thick, quit going to the first few pages and go and change something up a little bit.
Yeah.
Make some changes and do what you have to do.
Look back to Sean Watson days and Trevor Lawrence days, not to live in the past or anything, Jeff Scott and all that stuff. We mixed it up. We just played. We connected on some long plays. We've got the players to do that.
We do have the players.
I want to see Wesco. I've been hearing about him. I mean, comparing him to a little younger T. Higgins. I mean, that's all. Throw it up there. He's got. I mean,
let him get
basically they throw it up for T. Higgins, and he, his aerial jump and all, he'd come down with it. Most
let him go for it.
Yeah, go for some
throw
stuff.
It on the outside.
And of course, I mean, we're going to go back to Moffitt. I mean, it does come to a running game. I think if Moffitt has over 150 yards or 100-some yards,
I think
we're going to
Moffitt-
win every game.
Clearly, I think you're going to see Moffitt have a much better game.
Yeah,
I think it's not
we should.
the same defense.
Definitely not.
It's just not the same defense. So you're going to see that. But as you said, every game is a learning opportunity, and I think we're going to learn from it.
Yeah,
I think the
and I know
Clemson's
we're
going to
not
finish up much better than
We're not supposed to look ahead, but let's look ahead. Why not? I mean, we got to win this game. But I mean, looking ahead,
That's dangerous.
I mean, I was looking before the season. I knew Georgia. Okay, yeah, we got to play Georgia. So I was already ready for that. But the only one that really caught my attention was Florida State.
Well,
seems
they're
to be
0-2 right now.
The most interesting.
To be honest with
Overrated.
you, I'm going to be frank. I wasn't that concerned about Florida State because I've had 3 years of DJ, and I already know how DJ plays.
Yeah.
And I'm not beating DJ, but I'm being straight up. Well, I mean, he's played with us for 3 years,
Yeah.
so
We played every
he
State
hasn't
15.
changed. He is who he is, and he's a mediocre quarterback.
Okay.
And that's the way it's going to be.
And they're not. They popped out the top 10. They're 0-2. So you look at some of the other teams. Georgia Tech surprised me. Georgia Tech has a really good running game.
See,
They ran it down
Georgia
FFU's
Tech
throats.
is a team that they've made some very, very good coaching changes.
Yeah.
And Georgia Tech very well we could see Georgia Tech at the championship game if we run it out.
Well, I'm not saying that they're not.
It's very
I
possible.
think Clemson's better than both Georgia Tech and NC State. But NC
just
State
saying
and Georgia Tech are actually ranked ahead of us right now.
Well,
NC State, we got to play them. We got a bye week coming up. We got to play them. on the
again,
21st.
I'm not worried about the early rankings at the moment because
just win the game ahead.
The games will they'll sort themselves out.
Yeah.
towards the end. That always happens. I'm not that overly concerned about it. What I'm more concerned about is how you evolve as a team.
Yeah.
And you want to see. I want to see development. That's
Yeah.
what I want.
I want to see the offensive development. I'm not really
Well,
too
absolutely, I do.
concerned about the
Whether
defense.
I'm talking about the team overall. Well, obviously, there's two sides to a team: there's
Yeah.
defense and there's
Yeah.
offense.
Well,
The defense,
I
in
think,
my
is better than they
opinion-
were last
In
year.
my opinion, I think the defense last week played a good game.
Yeah, they got
we
tired.
can argue about, but let's be fair.
Eventually, you keep
constantly-
them on the field.
when you're
Tom,
constantly doing 3 and out, when you're doing
Three and out, three and out.
and
and you got some big
The
playmakers
defense-
for Georgia.
isn't even is on the field off the field for less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They don't even get a good rest.
Yeah, controlling that clock's huge, man, in football. The time of possession, and in the long run, when you get in the second half and you've been going at it, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Especially from the defensive side, the defense gets tired. They get
Absolutely.
banged up.
Absolutely.
More so than the offense. So that's always the advantage to the offense that gets the defense tired and the one that keeps the ball in the field. So time of possession is always huge.
So
Um,
the question is, can Clemson fix the offense?
Yeah, I want to see the passing game. I want to see Klubnik open up, hit West Cove, see him. We haven't seen him catch a pass yet. I'm not even sure they've thrown it to him. Hit Tyler Brown.
Right.
Hit some of these guys that are back. We've had
Bristol.
Riddlestool. Yeah, he's a beast, man.
I
I'm trying
want
to
to
think
see
who he reminds me of.
excellent tight end
He
opportunity.
reminds me of the guy who used to play for Dallas and also the
Um,
guy that used to play for the Panthers.
I like him. I like his aggressiveness. I like a lot of things about it. He made some catches.
Who's
last
the
week.
guy who used to play for the Panthers that also played for Miami? He's
I
an
used to
announcer now.
Um,
He's just a big dude.
I know who you're talking
Dude.
about. I know
He's
who
hard
you're
to bring
talking
down. Huh?
Steve?
Played for the Panthers.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I
Yeah,
can't think of him.
he's actually
You put me on the spot.
the NFL. I know.
Uh,
So anyhow, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at? 20 minutes.
Well,
in.
one thing Sweeney said, he talked about the wideouts the 6 wideouts that they failed to connect. That is very true.
I will say this: we did say key factors last game. One was,
Back up.
one was Moffitt getting a couple yards here and there.
Right.
That didn't really happen. Okay. The other was do the simple things good, like field position, make a field goal, no fumbles.
No fumbles.
No turnovers.
Turnovers
We only
is
had
huge.
one field goal, and we really only had one turnover. And the turnover we had was late in the game, and it actually made the top 10 of ESPN. The Georgia guy, I don't forget his name, just did this crazy.
Well, and again,
we did okay there in the turnovers.
That's we did. That's effort and
So-
again, I'm not taking away. That is great.
So if you get one field goal,
Great
if you
effort
get
on
one
each
field
side.
goal
Really
kick and you make it, you're 100%. But you ain't getting an end zone.
Oh,
And if you don't get a touchdown, you ain't gonna beat many teams.
right, and that gets a point in time.
But
when you get so far behind, that field goal doesn't do anything else to you.
well, yeah,
It's
I mean,
just
we
a
were
morale
basically
boost, but it doesn't do anything for you.
we were
So
basically. I mean, the sale kind of got out of your win by about 4 quarters. You could see the
It did.
momentum, and
it did.
I mean, I'm always an optimistic, hopeful guy, positive. But I mean, I knew by the 4th quarter the game was over. You could just tell.
Well, we were watching it at the marina.
Well, all I
And
know is I looked
stayed
around
up
with
till the
about 4
last-
minutes left, and I didn't know where you went. You
Right,
gone.
right. And I had just left because I had to go back home, and I was listening on the game, and sure enough, going down, they scored again, and I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
goodness gracious! And so it just was it was demoralizing.
So-
but I'm excited about tonight. I mean, so don't miss
September 7th, 2024. The weather finally, it's
Oh, it feels like football season. No
Oh, my
question about it.
goodness.
It feels like football
last
season.
Saturday was brutal. Last
It's-
week was brutal. It felt like the middle of summer.
It did.
And the breeze has been. I went outside a little bit for a walk in the breeze last night, and the humidity's low. And I think even today's like the hottest day of the week. It's going to be like 85, but it doesn't feel like it. I think yesterday it didn't break 80. So we got football weather. Death Valley's going to be electric. It's going to be packed. We've been waiting all year for this.
You mentioned here, you said Dabo we must get Tyler Brown and the other playmakers. I'm going to go with, and I know Dabo is the head coach, but I'm going to say Garrett Riley must open it because Garrett Riley is the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So it's really
That was the head coach.
He
controls the offense.
That is correct.
So it
But
goes-
the truth is,
it doesn't take a rocket science to figure
the
this
truth
out.
is,
I mean, you don't
whether
have
you
to,
get to Tyler or whether you get to somebody else, you got to create and you got to find a way to get that separation. You got to find a way to open up the game, and it does come with the run, and it does come with mixing it up. That was my problem last week.
Mixing it up.
We did not see the mix-ups. We did not see
when your
it.
team knows
And
before
literally-
you hike the ball what you're calling, you're already
When Georgia
steps
has
back.
8 guys in a box and we're
Yeah.
running the ball, I mean, that's not good.
Yeah.
Or whatever, 7.
So,
But that's not a good scenario.
yeah. So we got a couple dogs in there. I mean, I don't live in the past. I mean,
No.
I sometimes fantasize about Trevor Lawrence, the Deshaun Watson, freaking Hunter Renfro. The dude, nobody could cover the dude. The dude was not a big 5'9", 5'10", I don't know.
Well, I always say,
175 pounds, but he was a offensive weapon.
I always jokingly say that Clemson always develops
4th and Renfro.
a
Remember?
a Rudy every
Yeah,
year.
Wesco. I want
And-
to see Wesco. Wesco looks like T. Higgins.
And Renfro was the Rudy of that.
Yeah.
That
And
one.
then,
Christian
you remember
before
Mike
that.
Williams? I don't want to talk about
Mike
passing.
Williams.
We used to have a joke. All you got to do is throw it up. Mike Williams could catch anything.
He could.
Mike Williams would catch anything. 6 people covering him. All on him. He'd somehow come out of the ball.
He would.
He'd get hit like a freight train.
He would.
He'd come down with the ball. I miss people like that. But we can't live in the past. We got 2024. Moving forward, we got a chance to go undefeated. The good thing is if we do win the ACC championship, we got a bye. We got a bye, actually, for the 12-game playoff. So that's cool.
Yes, it is.
And I'm looking forward to the 12-game playoff. Gives us more football, gives us more competition, gives the out guy a chance to get in.
What's your take on the 12 on this new setup here?
I love it. I didn't like it when I first heard it, but let's go back when Clemson was in the mix at the top 4 and all, and you're Alabama, maybe you're Ohio State or whoever, and you're that 4th position, and you're like at the TV just sweating.
Well, like Florida State last year.
And then I remember we were undefeated, I think. And this, I want to say it was in 18. We won that year, 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
And we got down because all of them polls don't make any difference till you get on to college,
That's correct.
college playoffs. Down there. And I'm down in Atlanta, and they're doing the pick. It's on a Monday night. They're doing the college pick, and we're undefeated. I mean, we were ranked 1 or 2. And then they threw those polls away, and I'm sitting there in Atlanta. I was down there on business in a hotel, and Clemson won 1, they won 2, they won 3, and then they I forgot who they put 4, and I'm like, we're 5, and I'm like, geez. And we ended up winning that year, but it just gives an advantage. I mean, we started out college football like it was really hard to win a national championship because you basically ended the season with no playoffs.
Yep.
And you had the 1 team playing the 3 team and the 2 team playing the 4 team. So mathematically, it all had to work out at the end. Or even if you were to, if the 1 team won and beat the 3 team, you weren't going to be number 1. I mean, you remember Clemson won in '81 like in that little situation.
And just to put a disclaimer out here, because I know there's going to be certain fans that are going to come back and say, "Oh, you got to be all in and all this stuff." I am all in. I can be a fan and have some concerns and have some issues and go from there. Doesn't mean that I'm not all in.
Just because
I went to Clemson. I'm actually on the Centennial Walk.
A real fan.
I've been there a long time. I've watched Clemson from when I was yay high.
Yeah.
I've been a Clemson fan. My dad went to Clemson. I'm Clemson through and through. But just because I can have some disagreements does not mean that I don't support the team.
This is one of the craziest things I've run across since we had this dynasty and everything. Like, you're not a true fan. No,
in fact, I would argue I'm more so of a fan.
You're basically in touch with reality, and you're saying what you see out of concern.
Yes.
So if the quarterback goes out there and throws 7 interceptions in the game, you're allowed to say something.
Well,
it's not that you're not.
Let's talk about that.
But if he goes out there and throws 7 touchdowns,
let's talk about the interception last week, because you mentioned it earlier.
It wasn't really.
So Club. Well, hold on. Club threw an interception, but the truth is that was more defense than it was.
It made the ESPN top 10.
All right. So Club made. I mean, because sometimes you got to make a throw where you got to try to thread the needle. He did. He tried to. Hey, Georgia came up and he grabbed the ball. That's what he did.
Yeah.
That's good defense.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to beat him up. Klubnik has the ability. I'm not going to sit here and argue about is he a Trevor or anything like that. Okay, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to leave it alone. Cade is himself.
Yeah.
But he does have great release time. He does have accuracy. He has a lot of things. He is still a young quarterback. He's still learning a lot of things in the game. And he has to still mature a little, some factors. That being said, I think he has the opportunity. I think you have to see the receivers step up and do what they have to do to find a way to get that separation. As I said earlier, and they got to catch that ball.
I don't think Homer Jordan will mind me saying this. He played in the NFL. He won a national championship.
Yes, he did.
Homer wasn't. Homer Jordan wasn't Joe Montana.
No,
he was good. He was. I met him. I have him on my podcast. We had 2 1-in-a-million quarterbacks come back. We had Trevor and we had Deshaun. Okay, yes, now everybody expects that. So what I'm getting at, Cade just needs to be good. He doesn't have to be Trevor. He doesn't have to be.
We've had a lot of good quarterbacks.
We had a lot.
We had Charlie Whitehorse, we had Steve Fuller.
We had some grace there.
We've had really good.
But what I'm getting at, if he's good in the turnovers, we can win a national championship again. Like that, everybody else has got to play. The whole team's got to play good.
Yes.
Everybody doesn't have to be great. They got to be good.
They have to be consistent.
And consistent. That's the main thing.
Consistent. And that's what we got to see.
So you get Trevor. I mean, I remember when first time I saw Trevor step on the field, I'm like, this dude is a natural. Dude didn't really. I mean, he just came natural to him. And I remember when he first came in that first game right before Kelly Bryant, he threw that belly back touchdown pass when I'm getting on the screen in the Georgia Tech game down in Atlanta.
Oh, absolutely.
I was like, dude, this dude is a beast.
Yeah.
And so that's generational talent. I mean, nothing against Cade, but there have been some teams that you got to play as a team. One guy can't carry it. So
that's it. That's a lot of it right there.
So things are looking good. Things are looking good. We dusted off the bruises and the whatever you want to call it. I really wasn't upset we got beat by Georgia. I just was upset we got beat 34-3.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Again, it was a close game. I've been great.
So what time are we? What time is the next? Are we at Golden Gate?
We're going to be over about 2 or 3 as soon as we leave here.
2 or 3.
We're going to grab by to eat if you want to. We'll go over there.
Go to Golden Gate, and then from there. And like I said, that's. I haven't been over there yet. It's the first time I'm going to go over there. I'm actually going to park the car over there and head over there to the game. But I'm looking forward to it.
We're doing a show over there.
How does somebody from there? How do they call you? And if you want to come leave early or whatever,
I can't look on my phone, so I can't. I don't have it in my head. What you do, you go to Golden Gate Clemson. You go to our website, IBleedOrangeClub.com. You go to our Facebook page. We've advertised for them. I have my phone live right now along with the computer, or I would just pull it up and tell you.
That's okay.
But we will be announcing that number. It's on the page.
It's on the page. Go to I Bleed Orange. Go look at it.
It's in Central. It's 6 miles away. Tigertown Transport's going to take you to and from the game. And, the biggest thing with the Clemson game, home game, is parking. If you don't have parking, you're going up there on Cherry Road, walking 2 miles, a mile and a half, 2 miles, and then the walk back's even worse. And then you may even end up past the golf course all the way back. So parking is a key. And not only that, is $25. You can't beat $25, and a $10 ride there and back. $35. And I'll tell you, if you go down to Clemson Alley and it's an 8 o'clock game, you're probably not going to be able to get any parking. I'm not talking parking pass. I'm talking about behind Ben Boulware's gym, junkyard, anywhere around there. They got parking. They pay you. You want to get on? You about ready? All right. We got our sponsor, our guest, Kia Anderson. And anyways, come on. If you on camera, we'll get over here. We got 2 things.
Michael, by the way. Hey, nice to meet you, Tyler.
Nice to meet
All right, so tell us a little bit about Kia Anderson, where you're located, some special, what you got going on, your position here, and it's all about you right now.
Yeah, what's up? So my name's Tyler. I'm sales manager over here at Kia Anderson. We're located at 5281 Highway 76 on the way to Clemson.
Can't miss it, by the way.
Yeah.
Straight as you go to Clemson on the left.
Yeah,
Got
if
the
you
big
guys
sign out
came
there.
from Greenville or anywhere that area, you pass us on the way. We're family owned over here, and like I said, we got some new cars out there in the lot we're trying to get rid of.
Think so. You got any good deals going on?
We got the best deals right now, man. This past week, I had people fly in from Mississippi, Texas.
Wow. There
Just
you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got
Big deal.
APR as low as 0.9 right now on select models.
What now?
0.9.
0.9.
Yeah, so on the
Listen,
road high
that's
interest rates.
2024. That's
Yeah,
good.
we got some good deals going
Almost
on.
don't even have interest. That's
Exactly, man. And we've slashed our new car prices. You can see our lot's full out here. We got to
Oh,
moving.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's really what we're looking to do.
Great cars, man.
No, yeah, they
Don't y'all have another in Seneca?
yeah, so we've actually got Scenic Chevrolet over in
okay.
Valhalla as
You
well.
tie that
Yeah,
in. We don't have a
yeah,
problem with
it's a little bit there. Yeah,
kind of family owned and all.
Yeah, it is. So same ownership there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh, Jackson, he's not here. He's at the game.
Yeah,
he had to get down there
Jackson
tailgate. He's like, y'all bring some of that Obsolete Orange beer out.
That sounds like
That's all he cared. He said, you bring the Obsolete Orange beer out, I'm in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the selling point on him. Yeah, yes, sir. That's funny.
So,
That was very funny.
yeah, so anything else?
Not off the top of my head, man. I think that kind of sums up.
you
who
wanna
we
If
are.
you're looking for a car, come out here and talk to him. Come
Yeah.
out here and talk to him. He'll get you in contact and go from there.
You know a little bit about football?
Yeah, I know a little bit about
Okay.
football, man.
So we got some game day picks.
Nice, sweet.
All right, so I'll let Mike start first. I'll go last. Got
Well,
Clemson versus Appalachian State.
We got Clemson versus Appalachian State at 8 o'clock. I'm going to be a little more critical right now. Sorry about that, but you have
him never
to
agree.
you have to prove me wrong. You have
Probably works
to prove me right now. So it's not that I'm not a true blue Clemson or true orange Clemson fan, because I am, but so I'm going to put it this way. I think it's going to be 35-17. I think we are going to actually 31-17. I'm going to back that down. I think we're going to score 4 touchdowns. We're going to get a field goal, but I think they're also going to score too. And it's not that we don't have the ability. I got to see some turnarounds. I got to see that offense actually start doing some separation and do some things that they need to be doing. And until they show me that, I'm not going to give them this huge score, because I just don't see it. They have to open it and prove to me that they can do it. And I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm going to put it that way. I hope it's a blowout.
Yeah.
But show me that.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with you there, man. I think we win. I think Clemson wins the game. The offensive, they haven't shown me anything yet this year.
I'm not by myself.
No, the defensive performance, I think that's going to be strong there. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game for App State. I think Clemson puts up, 31, 35 points, around about there. Yeah.
Well, hold on. What about that?
What about App? I think our defensive performance is going to be strong, man. They did well with Georgia up until the second half.
So what do you think Appalachian's going to do?
I'll put them. They'll stay below 10 points. I think
Okay,
so.
so 31-10.
31-10. Yeah,
31-10
on that.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
I like that better than mine, but I'm staying with what I said.
So either way, App wins, right?
Either way, App wins. Either
If
way,
they lose,
Clemson wins,
Clemson
actually.
wins.
So I don't know where you're
No,
going.
either way, App wins. If they lose, they win. If they win, they win. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, okay.
App State goes home with $1.25 million. That's
very true.
Yeah, that is
Money's
true.
going
I mean, either way,
to
Clemson won that too. We got $5 million.
They win, and they win twice. But if they lose, they played a better team in a very hostile environment. I think it's a great game to come off of Georgia, be at home at night. Night games are electric. They're just different. You can't
They're fun.
explain it.
They're fun.
The energy's there, and I think we got the 12th man there at Clemson definitely today. Yeah, I mean, the conversation is not just us at I Bleed Orange. Everywhere I listen to War, it's the same conversation. It's the offense. We use the word vanilla. Not being negative, we use the word stale. We got Wesco. We got weapons out there. There are about 6 guys that really weren't targeted. We've
got some young receivers.
That
haven't seen the field yet.
And Wesco was being compared.
They were throwing the ball. They didn't bring them in, but they weren't given a lot of opportunities.
Yeah,
that's really what it came down. British Soul was given a couple,
yeah,
but again, not much.
Yeah,
not much opportunity. What I saw most of the time, and that's what really frustrated me a lot, was there was an awful lot of trying to run that ball. And again, running is good, but not when you become,
when you get 5 or 6 yards.
where you become predictable.
No,
yeah.
That's where things got to change. And that's when it goes. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, I mean, when you hear the name T. Higgins and you put Wesco and they start talking the same thing, T. Higgins was a phenomenal freak of nature.
No, yeah.
And they're putting him in the same. I want to see him get the ball. I want to see him do the jump up. He'd throw the ball at T. Higgins.
I agree.
Come
They haven't
down
had a
with it.
jump receiver in
They look the same.
years now.
Yeah, they're tall, they're skinny, they're athletic, and they're fast. I think we got to mix that offense up. We got to get a little razzle.
Give me a
pick on it.
pick on it.
Clemson 42, App State 17. I just think we're going to show some offense.
42-17.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still
relative ballpark.
Yeah, relative. I mean,
1-2 scores.
I mean, and honestly,
Vegas
I
is
hope you're right.
16.5, so most
that's-
people are picking above that.
So
And I think home field advantage.
Yeah. I think Clemson's defense holds. The offense has got to show me something this year.
I cannot disagree. And again, I really hope I'm wrong. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, either way, if you're right or wrong, we got to win.
Absolutely. Well, and I don't disagree with that at all. The next game is the Georgia Tech Syracuse game. Cut and drive me. Georgia Tech proved to the world that they're a better team. They slapped Florida State again. And that being said, I think Florida State was what everybody thought they were. We all knew it at Clemson because they got DJ. But we all knew it, and I don't think so. But that being said, I think Georgia Tech's going to take out Syracuse. I think it's going to be a tougher game, and I think that's probably going to be about
Georgia Tech's got a good
28-17. That's probably the game I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Georgia Tech.
They ran the ball down FSU's throat.
Oh, yeah.
They did. That's what I'm saying.
And technically they're ranked ahead of us.
But you're up.
Yeah, so I'm with you on that, man. Georgia Tech, they've surprised me this year. They've done good with that program. They look really good against Florida State. I didn't get to watch the game last week. Who they play?
I don't remember.
Threw you in the spot on that one.
You did. That's okay.
They won.
They
won the game.
What I was saying about Georgia Tech, when Clemson used to always play Georgia Tech, and we always played them at homecomings a lot of times too. Mm-hmm. And it was the most scariest homecoming game.
That was one of the craziest matchups.
Because the problem with it is you didn't know which team was going to show up.
We had a lot of
Georgia Tech had nothing to lose. And they'd come back and they would just do some games that you were like, wow. Because they could just come back and just whip you.
Yeah.
And you were like, whip is relative, okay, but beat is still beat. And they'd come back and pull a win out. And you're like, wow, I didn't see that one happening, and they did it. And Georgia Tech was just that way. So I like Georgia Tech, and so I just like them this year.
No, yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Georgia Tech, if they wouldn't have beat Florida State, I'd probably go Syracuse this game. But they showed me something against Florida State, and I'm going to ride Georgia Tech on this one.
You got Georgia Tech too. Running game's tough. Mm-hmm. The blocking's good. Running game, they're running up the middle, running. I mean, they're opening the doors for other things, and they're a running team. Syracuse is a tough place to play, but I think Georgia Tech will win by 10. I think it'll be a fairly close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty good game.
I think it is too.
ACC
well, this is the game that I really want to talk about.
This is the big game here. I'm looking at game picks. This is the game here.
So we got Michigan versus Texas. Michigan,
in Ann Arbor, they're playing in Michigan.
Michigan has a new head coach.
Well, we all know that,
right? Texas didn't lose anybody. In fact, they gained some people. Mm-hmm. So the momentum should, on paper, swing towards Texas. But that being said, Michigan is still Michigan. And Michigan, I watched on Netflix. I watched the whole call signaling thing.
By
By the way,
I'm gonna start betting money with you.
if you haven't,
I know where you're going with
if
this.
you haven't seen that,
Yeah, I think I know where
if you haven't seen the call signal thing, I'm gonna watch it. It is really neat.
Hey, by the way, we were like wrong on every pick last
I
week.
know. I know.
Of
But
course,
well,
we picked
that being
Clemson,
said,
we always do.
I'm actually going to go with Texas.
Oh, cool. I thought you were going to miss.
I didn't tell you that. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to go with Texas, but I think Michigan's going to hold them tougher than the spread's going to be.
Yeah.
I think that Michigan is going to play a very good game. The problem with it is Michigan lost a lot.
Yeah.
And so they're having to rebuild from coach down, and that's a tough thing. Where Texas hasn't lost any. So
They lost a few. They lost worthy wide receivers.
they gained more than they lost.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they really haven't.
They've still got a really strong offense.
That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
So the truth is that momentum swings towards
Texas
Texas,
is behind.
and I think Texas is
Yeah.
probably going to win by 10 points.
Yeah, I think Michigan lost too much, man. I think it's actually. I almost want to say it's a blowout game for Texas.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they win by 3 scores.
At Michigan?
At Michigan, yeah, I just don't think. I mean, Michigan lost too much, and they're too new this year, and Texas brought too much back. They
Well,
got a
lost their head
high-power
coach.
offense, high-power defense.
It really and that wouldn't totally surprise me.
No, and I mean, I wouldn't have guessed Georgia was going to beat Clemson by that many scores.
I wouldn't either.
When
Really, I mean, not in all the record of Georgia Clemson games,
yeah,
it's not happened. That's what I'm
I
saying.
think when you got teams of this caliber,
That's why when those games they sting when it's like that because it's like going, oh, don't want to get into that.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Stay away from that one.
All right, they're playing in Michigan. You know, they're crazy up there. It's the largest stadium.
Well, it's a great
More
tradition.
fans. Great tradition. Head coach gone.
Head
NFL.
coach gone.
J.J. McCarthy's gone. You know,
For him to run a
led them to a national championship. I mean, a lot's gone.
You got to applaud
Let's
that, though,
go.
man. That's awesome. And
I
that was
think
the
the
whole
home
thing. I
field-
literally was pulling for Michigan all the way. I was like, all the stuff, and you can argue about it, but the truth is, did he cheat? Whatever. You know, he did he skirt the issue? Sure did. But
I've never
Did
heard
he
somebody
really
avoid a
cheat?
question
yeah,
as good as
I mean,
he did.
Yeah, it goes back to it kind of goes back to the area of Danny Ford back in the day. He drove a kid to Hardee's and bought him a biscuit, and he get something on a violation, silly violation. Are you joking me? He bought a kid a biscuit.
Now it
He was
doesn't
gonna buy it.
matter.
That would
Yeah,
be really.
now
I mean, we talked about that. It used to be back. This guy had
Sounds
$5
stupid.
in his bank
Yeah.
account. He started going on a recruiting trail.
They got
And then all of a sudden he's down at Alabama, Georgia. I'm not picking any particular team. Next thing you know, he's driving a brand new BMW. I mean,
Yeah.
there was no scratch offs. I
Seriously.
don't know. It was
Seriously.
no
Seriously.
lottery or what's
Seriously.
going on. But
Seriously.
this stuff's been going on. I mean, money now runs the game of college football.
No,
It always
it's-
has.
It's kind of changed the aspect.
It has. It has.
does.
It really has.
does.
We can do a whole nother segment on that over here.
Just straight down.
So
There you go.
my turn.
Yep. You.
Okay, Michigan versus Texas. Michigan lost J.J. McCarthy, lost their head coach. A lot of stuff going. They did win the national championship. How many teams would win the national championship unless you're one of those Alabama, Georgia deals and you come back to back? You know, I've got Texas. I think it's going to be close, just because it's a good matchup. It's prom. I mean, they're actually playing now. I'm wondering what's going on. It's noon, right? Past noon right now.
It's basketball. Past noon.
They're actually, they're playing right now.
It's kick off noon.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
ESPN
playing
game
for an hour
days
and a
there. Hopefully we'll be there one day. I believe Orange game day.
half. Yeah, that'd be awesome. There.
But Texas they're gonna be close to about the first half. I think a touchdown, like Michigan gets a touchdown automatically because of home field advantage. But I still think Texas is gonna walk out of there with a win. It's not gonna be a blowout. I think 10 points, 14 points. It's gonna be about
Okay, so you're kind of agreeing with me on that.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
It's gonna be a great game.
17-3, Texas.
Texas,
Okay.
all right,
17-3 right now,
17-3.
so
Hook 'em
that's
horn.
online. That's
Matthew McConaughey, you stole it from me. All right, all right, all right.
Myself, but that's okay. So we got NC State versus Tennessee. Tennessee's strong. They're way strong.
Quarterback.
And I just think that's a blowout.
No, yeah.
I think Tennessee's going to blow them out. And I think they're going to blow
Tennessee's
them out.
not bad. I mean,
Tennessee's going
NC
to blow
State's
them
not
out by
bad.
4 touchdowns. It's going to be 20. They're going to win by.
Think really a blowout.
I really.
You
I
seen
think
their
so.
quarterback?
I think they're going to
This
win by
dude,
4
the
touchdowns.
freshman quarterback, Nico, I can't
Yeah.
say his last name. That dude's somebody. to look
I don't
at.
think NC State's as strong as that, and I'm not beating NC State up. I'm just being straight up, and I just don't think that.
They're playing
I
at
think
Tennessee. I guess they're playing at Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee's.
Yeah.
Tennessee's stronger than NC State.
Oh, either way, we
Yeah,
got to
they're
play
gonna
them in 2 weeks.
So yes,
No,
we do.
yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I think Tennessee takes NC State. I think NC State's a tough team. I don't think they're the caliber team that Tennessee is.
No, I don't either.
Yeah. Yeah, NC State, I think, is ranked 23, 22. Right.
Yeah, I think they were like 24 last week.
Yeah, they're 2-0. They're not a bad team. I mean, they're coming to play us in about 2 weeks. This quarterback for Tennessee is if he doesn't get it this year, he'll get it. He stays healthy. He'll get a Heisman Trophy. He's good.
He is good.
He got one of his long,
He's very
weird
good.
last names. I don't want.
They're a very consistent team.
He just kind of popped out of nowhere, and I started talking about it. I started watching game day.
I
highlights.
watched them last week. And they just
He looks
rolled
good.
over. They rolled over their opponent this last
Yeah.
week. Just rolled over them. And I realized it was nobody, but I mean, rolled over them. I mean, it was like 75 to something.
Who are they playing?
That's great. Anytime.
There's a lot of nobody. I mean,
I forgot who it was. I don't
Alabama's
remember.
playing. George playing Tennessee Tech, I think.
Yeah.
And Alabama's playing some team. They beat some team like 70.
Alabama's giving Saban the name.
Yeah, until they play somebody.
Well,
And Alabama's playing Georgia in a couple.
you know,
of weeks.
Alabama's still going to be a good team.
Is that game at Georgia or Alabama? You know, the Alabama Georgia.
So,
Georgia's
how about
gonna-
you?
Georgia's gonna take
NC
Alabama.
State, Tennessee.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I think I ride Tennessee here. I think they're a very high caliber football team. And I think North Carolina State's a good team. I just don't think they're at that level yet to compete.
Well, there's a difference between a good team and a great team, and I think NC State. I mean, I think Tennessee is actually a great team.
No, yeah, 100%.
And that's the difference, and that's why I say that. So, and go from there. Josh, you
Yeah, I think they're going to compete till like first half. I think Tennessee quarterback and offense is going to.
it's kind of what I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
it'll be close, and then they come back in third quarter. Tennessee's going to pull.
So-
away, and it won't be so close.
We got this game here.
Yeah, we had
South Carolina versus Kentucky.
first thing we look at games is we look at rankings, ranked teams playing ranked teams, and we're in a lot of that going on. So we got all the ranked teams playing, or at least one ranked team playing a decent team. But of course, you always got Clemson in there, and you know that I'm a big. No, I'm just kidding. I had to put them on there.
Yeah.
And they rag us, we rag them. We play Kentucky in the Gator Bowl, and
Now,
Kentucky's not a bad team.
Carolina squeaked out of Old Dominion.
They did.
They squeaked out of Old Dominion.
I didn't know they had a football team.
They
I thought
did they did squeak it out.
I apologize, Carolina fans, for watching this.
But that one, where is that game being played? I don't even know that.
Kentucky.
It is at Kentucky,
Yeah.
which is 3 points right there for Kentucky.
That's it, right? You got Clemson at State too.
So that one is.
I'm not sure where they're playing,
That-
but
Okay,
I don't think that matters.
I don't think it does either.
Yeah.
It's just the difference of the 3 more
Kentucky's got a
points.
good offense.
I think Kentucky by 21.
Yeah. Kentucky's still a strong team, man. Carolina, as much as I don't like Carolina, you can never count them out of a football game.
No, you can't.
No, I should
you
have.
can't.
I'm not sure they're playing Carolina. Kentucky.
Yeah.
I should've
And,
looked
and to
that
be
up.
honest with you, I'm not the same guy that I was back in my 20s.
But
you know, I do pull
Thank
for
God.
the state.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I mean, I still
do.
bet against them. You know, I'm not going to bet for them. I think they are a team that can surprise you.
I do like Beamer.
I will
do
give
like
Carolina
Shane Beamer.
this.
I really do.
I don't like William Bryce Stadium. I've given tickets away down there. I've been to the Rolling Stones concert, and here we're playing here this year. So.
Oh,
But
next year.
it is a kind of an intimidating place to play. They did beat
They are.
number, remember they beat number one.
Look, I'm
They beat
not-
number
they have-
one
to be
Alabama
fair-
there. They beat
To
Alabama.
be
won
fair to
Alabama
South
there.
Carolina fans,
Yeah.
they
They got
have a great fan base.
And now,
They
you know,
have
they're
a
passionate.
great fan base. They really do. It is intimidating. I like
Well, they
fried
beat
chicken,
Georgia and Alabama
but,
the last 10 years down there. 10, 11 years.
You know,
They're both number one. So.
I just don't think. I just don't think they're going to be able to hang with Kentucky. this year.
Well, the Old Dominion game just tells me a lot.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Again, I think Kentucky wins by over 2 scores.
I was- Clemson had finished up, and I'm Googling games. I see Carolina pop up.
You just interrupted.
It's good. I'm sorry.
You're all good, man. Don't worry about it, man. But yeah, I think Kentucky wins this game by over
I learned
2
from the
scores. But Carolina's got a young team, and I guess we'll see what that program goes to do.
I'm with you.
Cool.
All right, now
What are your-
you have the floor.
Huh?
You have the floor.
Oh, well,
So did you see
I actually. Yeah, we're about
I like this young man right here.
You do. You'll get on the next one. I actually agree 100% with Mike. That didn't happen a lot. We usually disagree on everything. But you said
Nugget.
21 points.
Nugget.
Nugget. I won't bet on that game. I'm taking Kentucky by 21.
Yeah.
If they play in at Carolina, which I should have known and researched,
It's 3 more, but it's
it could be a little bit closer.
yeah, it could, but still.
That's why they play the game any given Saturday.
Mhm.
Nick Saban didn't think it was going to lose.
Normally, I would have had a lot more prepped up, but honestly, I went to ZZ Top last night, and it was fun, and we had a good time.
Yeah, that's why we're on.
Just
late.
got back a little later. Yeah, that was my fault. Sorry about that.
ZZ Top before Clemson football.
Look,
We know where your priorities are at.
Yeah,
Hey, what I've seen is a good concert. Leonard Skinner did. Opened up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can't get it wrong.
Hey, it was late too. It was late to the show play.
An
Yeah.
hour late, nobody. That's fine. All right, so anything else about Kia?
No, man.
Hours?
like I said,
What are your
man.
hours?
Come on down.
We're here.
You're open every day, right?
6 days a week.
6
Yeah,
days.
6
Close
days a
on
week.
Sunday.
Close on Sunday. We try to stay closed on Sunday.
Yeah.
9 to 8 throughout the week, and then on Saturdays we close off at 6.
Okay, and look for I Bleed Orange. We're promoting them this year, and
Yep.
they're on our website. They're including our articles. They're including our podcast. Including on this show, of course. So we're going out there and getting the name out to everybody.
Basically, I got great deals. If you're looking for a new ride, come out here and talk to him. Talk
Yeah.
to Tyler. He'll get you hooked up with these young men out here, and he's got some great 0.9. Is that
Yeah, 0.9 APR. Yeah.
0.9
0.9,
APR?
and,
That's pretty much free.
Per our GM, if you mention I Bleed Orange, then we'll have special discounts on.
There you go.
vehicles.
Yeah.
So mention I Bleed Orange, and they take something off the top. Probably take off the tax and tags or something like that. Whatever. I didn't say that. He didn't say that. I said that.
Throw some I Bleed Orange beer.
But
down.
hey.
Yeah. Just kidding.
But hey, every little bit helps. Is all I'm gonna tell you. So look, it all helps.
Hey, don't get us in trouble now. Let's speak.
No, you're all good, guys.
We're kind of like Pat McAfee. We're right there now.
Yeah.
We got our lawyers on speed dial just in case we say something.
My name is Fred.
My name's Joe, and this is Bob. Hey, but we have more fun than any other.
We really do.
that work out there.
No, yeah, it's
Such
podcast.
time as this. We're growing. We're excited. It's game day, and
And then all jokes, we are going over to
Golden Gate.
Golden
we're
Gate.
going to eat some chicken or something first.
Yeah, we are.
Bojangles. Then we're going. I haven't eaten yet. I had a banana. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think of any.
We're getting ready for Tiger for the game cut because we're going to eat chicken after this.
Well, one of our
Tigers eat chicken.
Broken Road Barbecue. Actually, has got something working out. Tiger Liquor, both sponsors of ours. They got a package at their barbecue at Tiger Liquor. You want to stop down there and pick up some stuff. As you're going into Pendleton, he's set up out there. Good barbecue.
Good.
We're going all day, but I think we're near the end. We're about an hour. Unless y'all got anything. You know the Tiger Champ?
Yeah.
Okay, we get loud.
He better be. He's wearing orange.
All right, so this
We
is-
always end with the Tiger Champ. Y'all ready?
I'm always ready for that.
Let's get on camera.
Let's do it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. CLEMSON. TIGERS. Fight Tigers! Fight Tigers! Fight! Go Tigers! Woo! I Bleed Orange, baby! Come on down to Kia Madison and get you a Kia. 0.9% financing. Can't beat that. Follow us live on YouTube and join our YouTube channel. He did good. Yeah, he did good.